Well, good afternoon, and it's David W. Coleman with Dynamic Power Picks. I hope you enjoyed your week. I hope you made some money last week. I will tell you that I started off good on Saturday. I was 4-1, and then here come the doggone pros. The first week beat me up, so my total record for right now is 8-7. So we're one game above 500, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to get right back up on that horse. I hope you're going to ride with me, and if not, go the opposite way. Remember, don't put it up if you ain't got it to put up, okay? So let's be serious about that. I do this for fun. If you beat me, just remember I'll give you a dynamic gift box. It has Coleman's Dynamic Rib Rub, rib nuts. It has the Coleman's Dynamic Fry Batter. It has, the rib juice. It has the hot sauce. Man, it's got all kinds. See, it's got so much stuff in it, I can't remember all the stuff that's in it, but it'll be well worth your while, okay? So, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's start with we'll start with college. Georgia versus Tennessee. Georgia goes to Tennessee. I don't think this is going to be a high-shooting game. Kirby Smart always seems to be able to handle Tennessee pretty decently. Tennessee is a 3.5-point dog. I think this game is going to be close, but I think Georgia wins it. But I'm going to take the point, so I'm going to take Tennessee plus the 3.5. All right. Arkansas at Mississippi. I think Arkansas fans, and of course, I'm currently in the DMV, but I think I still get a lot of Arkansas stuff, and Arkansas fans are seeming pretty optimistic. But they're going to Mississippi. Is Mississippi ready to beat somebody by 6.5? If they win, it'll be by 3. I'm going to take the 6.5, the plus 6.5 for the Arkansas Razorbacks. And I'm going to tell you like this. You might want to keep your eye on them, okay? We'll see how they play Saturday. So before I jump on the bandwagon, but I'm going to take Arkansas and the 6 plus the 6.5. Florida and LSU, look, I'm going to tell you like this. Florida ain't got it. Sorry. Somebody's going to get fired by the name of Billy Napier. So I've got to take LSU in Death Valley plus the 6.5, minus 6.5, I should say. Also, Texas A&M is a 6.5-point dog to Notre Dame on the road. I'm not ready to say Notre Dame is 6.5 points better than anyone with all the changes that they had at the beginning of the season. So I'm gonna take. Look, don't be surprised if Texas A&M ends up winning this game. All right, Marcel Reed, Coach Reed, I see you, boy. Okay, I'm gonna take Texas A&M plus the 6.5. Last but not least, in college, South Florida goes to Miami. Now, South Florida upset Florida last week, and they're riding high on the hog. Miami is a 17.5-point favorite. I don't know that they're going to beat South Florida that bad, but I don't think South Florida's going to cover. But again, is Miami as good as we thought they were going to be? We don't know yet. We don't know. This is an interesting game. If they beat South Florida by 17.5, Miami is a team that you're going to have to reckon with. And by the way, they're currently ranked number 5. So, that's college. Let's do pro real fast. Jags versus the Bengals. Bengals is a 3.5-point favorite. I'm not sold on the Jags. Y'all got to beat somebody before I'm going to pick you doing anything. The Bengals are on a mission. They could go 2-0 for the first time in, 4 or 5 years. And then everybody say, Joe Burrow is back. He's probably one of the most overrated quarterbacks that has done nothing. Let me say that again, nothing. But everybody wants to make sure that he's an elite quarterback. Well, here's your opportunity. Either way, I'm taking the Bengals 3.5, okay? 49ers versus the Saints on the road. The Saints are a 3.5-point dog. 49ers are beat up. Quarterback is out with some type of turf toe. They said he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. You got your tight end, Kittle, he's out. Look, I'm going to take the Saints. Now, if the Saints is trying to get the first-round pick, this is not a good way to start, but it's early on. But I'm going to take the Saints in the 3.5. Browns versus the Ravens. This is a big number, but the Ravens ought to be smarting right now simply because they blew a 15-point lead. The Browns is no good as it relates, nowhere near as it relates to the Bills. The problem the Ravens had, they gave up 41 points. Everybody's been blaming the Ravens quarterback, Lamar Jackson, but that ain't gonna work. You can't give up 40 points and expect you to win, and 41 points and expect to win. I think the Ravens defense has something to prove. They're going to be out to do that Sunday. I'm going to take the Ravens and 11.5. That's a big number, but I'm taking them. Eagles versus the Chiefs on the road. Chiefs got beat up, punched in the mouth. Everybody's talking about the Chiefs' demise. Nobody thinks Patrick Mahomes can come back. Philadelphia's on the road. They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Is this a revenge game? I don't really count it as that. Look, you can't be revenge if it's not in the big game. But, y'all want to hype it up like that? Philadelphia is a 1.5 point favorite. I'm not ready to say the Chiefs are ready to. The Chiefs are going to be okay, but I think they're going to go down 0-2. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles and the 1.5. Falcons and the Vikes. As I sat and watched the highlights from the Falcons last week, I couldn't help but to whimper and whine and complain about the fact that the Raiders did not move up to get this boy, Michael Penix Jr. This boy is a baller. And I'm still not sold on J.J. McCarthy. So, you know who I'm taking? Michael Penix Jr. and the Atlanta Falcons plus the 3.5. Wow, Vikings 3.5 against the Falcons? I ain't buying that. Okay, let's recap and let's get out of here. Let's start with college. Georgia, Tennessee plus 3.5. Arkansas plus 6.5. LSU minus 6.5. Texas A&M plus 6.5. And Miami minus 17 and the hook. Pros, Bengals minus 3.5. Saints plus 3.5. Ravens minus 3 at 11.5. Eagles minus 1.5, and Falcons plus 3.5. That's gonna do it. Don't forget, post your picks. If you beat me, I'll give you a Coleman's Dynamic gift box free of charge with all of the stuff in it. And by the way, if you just want to order a gift box, go out to riprub.com at RIBBRUBB.com, where we teach you how to bake it, grill it, smoke it. Oh yeah. We'll see you next week.